our accreditors with discernment so that they may evaluate our documents with understanding and objectivity. Fill us with your grace, Lord, as we go through with this 5-day accreditation. Continue to remind us that we do here today and what we accomplish and will accomplish is for your greater glory and for the service of our beloved Bicol University and humanity. We ask this thing in your name and through the intercession of Our Lady of Peña Francia, the patroness of Bicol. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Dr. Dali, for the opening prayer. And now we have the audiovisual presentation of our Philippine National Anthem.
Tayong magiliw, pelas ng silanganan, anak ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupig, di ka pasisili. Sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mabaga, may nilagang tulad, awit sa paglayang minamahal. Pag-isap ng matawat mo'y tagumpay na naglilindi, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pang mali magdidili. Lupa ng araw ng langit pagsinta mo'y langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya na pamay mga pilang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Thank you so much. We now proceed to the main program. Bicol University is blessed with our patient, mild-mannered, and hardworking Vice President for Academic Affairs, who is with us today to welcome us and present the university officials, including the local accreditation task force. Friends, colleagues, dear AACUP accreditors, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Vice President for Academic Affairs, Engineer Dr. Amelia A. De Rosan.
Thank you very much, Ren. Thank you very much to everyone. And this is a beautiful sunny morning, and we would like to thank the Lord for providing us with this beautiful day to begin our accreditation. Before I proceed to my task this morning to introduce our officials, I would like to give you just a little bit about the quest for excellence in Bicol University. There was a saying that says, excellence is in education is when we do everything that we can so that they become everything that they can. Our beloved accreditors, to our beloved President, Dr. Noli Mascareñas, our Vice Presidents who are with us this morning, our Deans and Directors, the members of the task forces in the different programs that will be accredited, the team of the IQA headed by Dr. Leonie Barbacena, our beloved accreditors, a wonderful morning. When we speak of excellence, it is not a skill, it is an attitude. When we repeatedly do what we do, excellence is not but simply an act, but a habit. So today, we continue that habit So we are in the never-ending quest for excellence. So today, I am happy to present to you the officials of Bicol University. We also have with us the presentation prepared in the office of the VPAA. So let me introduce to you our beloved officials in the Bicol University, headed, of course, by our dynamic president, our visionary president, Dr. Arnulfo M. Mascareñas, SUC President 4. We have the vice presidents in Bicol University, the vice president for academic affairs, Dr. Amelia A. Dorosan, the vice president for administration and finance, Attorney Joseph Bartolata, the vice president for planning and development, Professor Jerry S. Bigornia, the vice president for research, development, and extension, Dr. Luis O. Amano, our acting university and board secretary, and at the same time, the chief administrative officer of Bicol University Administrative Services Division, and at the same time, the associate dean of the College of Law, Attorney Norly P. Reyes, our PMO chief presidential staff, Dr. Reyna O. Habalo. And now for our academic deans and directors, may I introduce to you the following. Our Dean of the College of Science, Dr. Jocelyn E. Serrano. She is the lead in the program to be accredited in biology and the CSIT. Next, we have the Dean of the College of Engineering, Dr. Amelia A. Gonzalez. From the Tabaco campus, we have the Dean, Dr. Maria Gisela N. Mortega. From the graduate school, we have Dr. Herbert B. Rosana. The director of the BU Gubat campus, Dr. Rosemary R. Hadi. The director of the Institute of Design and Architecture, Architect Leo A. Del Rosario. From the Jesse M. Robredo Institute of Governance and Development, we have the director, Dr. Noemi L. Ibo. We go to the Pulangi campus with our beloved dean, Dr. Mary Joy B. Katangi. And from the Institute of Physical Education, Sports and Recreation, our director is Professor Karina L. Sales. From the College of Education, we have Dr. Lorna M. Minya as the Dean. From the College of Business, Economics, and Management, we have the Dean, Dr. Eddie S. C. From the College of Social Sciences and Philosophy, we have the Dean, Attorney Alex B. Nepomuceno. From the College of Arts and Letters, our beloved Dean, Dr. Leticia M. Lopez. From the College of Agriculture and Forestry, our Dean is Professor Dr. Rosefe B. D. From the College of Nursing, we have Dr. Jean Annette E. S. Ibo as our Dean. From the College of Medicine, our Dean is Dr. Luis Domingo B. Mendoza. From the College of Industrial Technology, our Dean is Dr. Jonathan C. Arroco. From the College of Law, we have our Dean, Attorney Hardy B. Akende. And from the Open University, we have our Dean, Dr. Ramesis M. Lorino. Our heads of offices are as follows. From the legal office, we have Attorney Darrell A. Redoblado. From the Internal Audit Services, our chief is Mr. Cyrus A. Barameda. From the International Relations Office, our director is Dr. Dimson M. Rivero. From The Information and Communications Technology Office, we have our Director, Dr. Aris J. Ordonez. Our present MC and the Director of the Communications and Public Relations Office, we have Dr. Renilyn E. Bautista. The Alumni Relations Office is our Director is Dr. Charina J. Sipcon. And from the HR, our Supervising Administrative Officer is Dr. Jennifer T. Barameda. From the Procurement Management Office, our Director is Dr. Maria Julieta B. Bores. The head of the Supply and Property Management Office is Ms. Salvacion L. Padilla. Our head of the Records and Management Office is Ms. Cielo L. Jailo. From the Motor Pool Services, our head is Mr. Edgardo M. Sevilla. In the Security Services, our head is Mr. Rolly S. Gonzalez. The General Services Office is headed by Mr. Giselle O. Opeña. Our Chief Administrative Officer of the Financial Management Division is Attorney Lloyd P. Casasis. Our University Budget Officer is Ms. Crisanta A. Botin. Our Chief Accountant in the Accounting Office is Mr. Joseph S. Lopera. And the University Cashier is Ms. Cheryl R. Del Prado. The Director of the Internal Quality Assurance Office is Dr. Leonila B. Barbacena, whose role today is critical as we go about with our accreditation. Our Dean of the University Admissions Office is Dr. Henny P. Lumibao, and our University Registrar is Dr. Lani L. Maceda. From the Office of Student Affairs and Services, we have our beloved Dean, Dr. Baby Boy Benjamin D. Nebres III, and our University Librarian is Ms. Glenda Aurora S. Julianda. From the Health Services Division, our head is Dr. Leo Nuiles. For the Language Center, our director is Dr. Irene R. Moral. The National Service Training Program is headed by our director, Professor Eduardo Tadeos M. Livica Jr. Our director of the Research, Development, and Management Division is Professor Ronel S. Juneda. In the Extension Management Division, the director is Professor Rowena F. Zoilo. The Director of the Publication and Knowledge Management Division is Dr. Benedicto B. Balilo, Jr. And from the Intellectual Property Management Division, we have our Director, Dr. Nicanor B. Balbin. For the BU Regional Center for Food Safety and Quality Assurance, our Director is Professor Maria Crispina P. Baltasar. And the BU Center for Technology, Commercialization, and Enterprise Development is headed by our Director, Dr. Arnulfo P. Malinis. The BU Center for Teaching Excellence is headed by our Director, Dr. Rebecca Rosario O. Bercasio. The BU Center for Gender and Development is headed by our Director, Dr. Noel R. Raffer. The BU Regional Center for Science and Mathematics Education is headed by our Director, Dr. Maria Eden A. Ante. And for the BU Center for Policy Studies and Development, the BU Regional Food Innovation and Commercialization Center is headed by our Director, Professor Maria Janessa A. Reyes. Our Director for Planning and Development, we have Professor Alvin Joseph Maceres. The Director of the Physical Development and Management and Maintenance Office is headed by our Director, Engineer Ulysses R. Bello. We have a Special Project Preparation Office headed by our Director, Professor Carlos B. Cortez Jr. And the Resource Generation and Physical Assets Management Office is headed by Engineer Ana Marie R. Abante. And we have the Business Affairs Office is headed by our Director, Dr. Viola L. Amano. So while we have our deans and directors, we also have our accreditation task force for this morning. Next slide. We have, I will no longer give the names of each of them, but they are presented on your screen according to programs by college and by area. So next slide, please. That's from the College of Science for the BS Biology program. Next slide. For the College of Engineering, where there will be a visit for laboratory area, we have the team from the College of Engineering headed by Engineer Oliver Aligan. Next slide. Also for the BS Electrical Engineering for a revisit under the laboratory area headed by the Department Chair, Engineer Marites Olesco. Next slide. From the College of Engineering, BS Chemical Engineering Department, for the revisit under Area 9 Laboratory, we have Engineer Michelle Canaria, the Department Chair. Next, for the Mechanical Engineering Program, we have the Department Chair, Engineer Joseph Del Villar, heading the Area 9 for Laboratory for the revisit. Next, for the BS Fisheries, the overall chair is, of course, the Dean, Dr. Maria Gisela N. Mortega, for the BS Fisheries program. Next slide. So we also have with us our beloved accreditors, and we would like to give you our warmest gratitude. Thank you very much for your presence with us today and for the following days ahead as we continue with our accreditation. We would like to welcome our dear accreditors from AACUP, headed by the coordinator, Dr. Cecilio L. Manarpac of the Palawan State University. Good morning, sir. For the BS Biology program, the following are our team of accreditors: Dr. Aria Marie M. Sandoval of the Benguet State University, Dr. Elsa P. Manarpaak from the Western Philippines University.
Good morning.
Good morning. Our librarian from the Isabela State University, Dr. Betsy M. de la Cruz. Good morning, Madam. For the BS Chemical Engineering, this will be headed by Professor Alberto C. Arellano of the University of Southern Mindanao. For the Bachelor of Science in... Good morning, sir. From BS in Mechanical Engineering, we have Professor Alberto C. Arellano again from the University of Southern Mindanao, and so with the BS Civil Engineering and the BS in Electrical Engineering. For the BS Fisheries program, the team will be headed by Dr. Cecilio L. Manarpaak from Palawan State University and the coordinator of our AACUP accreditors for these days. And of course, we have Dr. Betsy M. de la Cruz of Isabela State University for the library area. So with this, my dear beloved officials, our faculty members of Bicol University, our non-teaching personnel, and of course, our beloved accreditors, we warmly welcome you virtually to Bicol University and express our gratitude and of course, our congratulations to us today. Thank you very much and a wonderful morning to all.
That was our Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Amelia A. De Rosan. Thank you, Ma'am Ami, for your welcome message and introduction. We owe the continuous transformation of Bicol University as a world-class university to our collective efforts, led by a leader innovator who is not afraid to dream big dreams and take the road less traveled, if it means leading the Bicol University community into further heights and achievements. Ladies and gentlemen, here with us today to give a message in this virtual assembly, please welcome the person behind the vision of a world-class university producing leaders and change agents for social transformation and development, SUC President for Bicol University and Philippine Association of State Universities and Colleges Region 5 Chairperson, our President, Dr. Arnulfo M. Mascareñas. Sir?
Thank you very much, Dr. Ren. To our hardworking ACUP accreditation team headed by Dr. Cecilio Manarpaak, and of course to my colleague at PASUC 5, former President Elsa Manarpaak, my fellow B officials, Accreditation Task Force of the university, dear faculty members, admin support staff, and students, marhay na aga sa inyong gabos. Good morning. Today, Bicol University, the premier university in the region, will once again submit 6 BITS programs for accreditation as proof of our commitment to achieve quality programs and academic excellence. Our decision to embark on this week-long online review process is a testament to our fervent desire to ensure quality assurance in all areas of our operations, cognizant that passing the standards and being awarded the accreditation status by no less than the Accrediting Agency for Chartered Colleges and Universities of the Philippines, Incorporated, or AACUP, a highly reputable accrediting agency in the country, is very crucial in fulfilling our mission of providing quality education to our students. Through the years, our university, Bicol University, has welcomed AACUP with open arms. This has yielded positive results as BU's various academic programs, which have undergone AACUP's internal and external assessment, have shown further improvement, thereby ensuring that our curricular offerings are at par with the best universities in the Philippines and in the world. Consequently, the sustained partnership with AACUP has shaped the practice of the entire Bicol University family, with accreditation becoming a way of life for the BU personnel. To our very competent accreditors, as you peruse the documents with the departments of BS in Biology, BS in Mechanical Engineering, BS in Chemical Engineering, BS in Civil Engineering, BS in Electrical Engineering, and BS in Fisheries, have meticulously prepared for you. I pray for wisdom, strength, patience, and utmost understanding and consideration as going through these piles of electronic documents can be very exhausting and tiring. May you see the core values of scholarship, leadership, character, and service in the outputs that we have prepared for you. Rest assured that these core values are the guiding principles that govern our practice in the university. To my beloved BU family, especially the faculty and staff of the 6 programs, thank you for your tireless support and meaningful engagement in achieving our vision, mission, goals, and objectives. I know how much effort you had invested in order to reach this far, unperturbed by the prevailing limitations. As your president, I commend your indomitable spirit to take on the challenge of submitting your programs amid the pandemic. This is proof of your commitment to ensure that these programs remain responsive and relevant in today's world. Let us trust that our creditors' wisdom, patience, and understanding will grant us our long-sought delayed gratification. As Bicol University sets its sights on the future, more milestones as we focus on improving our academic programs along these 10 key areas, namely faculty, curriculum, and instruction, support to students, research, extension and community involvement, library, physical plant and facilities, laboratories, and administration, in our vision to become a world-class university producing leaders and change agents for social transformation and development. With this, my dear friends, my fellow workers in the university, thank you very much and more power to AACO.
Thank you, President Noli, for your continuing commitment to quality education. Friends and colleagues, our hearts are filled with gratitude for our AACO accreditors who never gets tired of joining us in our quest for quality academic programs. Over the years, we've met various AACO accreditors whose integrity and dedication to the advocacy of quality academic programs is beyond question. Now, in a virtual setting, we once again refresh our minds with an overview of the AACO accreditation process, and at the same time, welcome to the Bicol University family, our dear AACO survey team of accreditors who will be introduced and presented to us by Dr. Cecilio L. Manarpaak, coordinator from Palawan State University. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Cecilio Manarpaak. Welcome to Bicol University, sir.
Thank you very much, Dr. Reneline Bautista, our Lady of Ceremonies. To the officials of the Bicol University, we thank you for braving the challenges of online or virtual program accreditation that we are having now. Of course, with your university president, Dr. Arnulfo Macarinas, with Dr. Amelia Dorosan, the Vice President for Academic Affairs, Attorney Joseph Bartolata, the Vice President for Administration and Finance, Professor Jerry Bigornia, the Vice President for Planning and Development, Dr. Luis Amano, the Vice President for Research, Development and Extension, Attorney Norly P. Reyes, Acting University and Board Secretary and Chief Administrative Services Division, Dr. Reina Habalo, the Chief Presidential Management Staff, the academic deans and directors, with special mention to Professor Jocelyn E. Serrano, the Dean of the College of Sciences, where the BS Biology program will be evaluated, Dr. Amelia Gonzalez, the Dean of the College of Engineering, where Area 9 will be revisited, Dr. Maria Gisela Mortega, the Dean of the Bicol University Tobacco Campus, where the BS in Fisheries program will be revisited. Dr. Leonila B. Barbacena, the Director of the Bicol University Internal Quality Assurance Office. other deans and directors, heads of offices, the University Accreditation Task Force, and of course the director of the ICT, other officials, faculty, staff, students, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning.
Good morning.
First, we thank you for choosing and believing with the words of your university president to AACUP and the team of accreditors who are with me today. As I will be introducing each one of the members of the team, let me clarify or let it be made clear that we are not bragging nor boasting our credentials, but just to establish the fact that AACUP trusted us and invited us, believing that we are specialists in our respective fields of specialization, and we are trained on the processes and requirements of program accreditation. Likewise, on behalf of AACUP, we thank these members of the accreditation team and their families, their SOC presidents for allowing us, allowing AACUP to be with us this morning. First, we have the Dr. Aurea Marie M. Sandoval of Benguet State University, program team leader for the Bachelor of Science in Biology. Dr. Sandoval is with the College of Arts and Sciences, Biology Department, and core faculty, director, Office of the Quality Assurance and Accreditation. She finished her BS in Biology undergraduate program and MS in Biology. So with her PhD in Science Education, major in Biology from She is the current director of the Office for Quality Assurance and Accreditation, University QMR for ISO 901-2015, and previously she has been the Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, Associate Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, Chair, the Department of Biology, College of Arts and Sciences, Special Assistant to the Vice President for Research and Extension, Director for Research and Extension Publication Office, University Pollution Office, Pollution Control Officer, and she is 40 years in service and 10 years in AACUP or as AACUP accreditor. Among her other qualifications are being Senior AACUP Accreditor, ISO 901-2015 Internal Auditor, Textbook Writer, and DAAD Unistaff Alumni. She will be handling as the team leader the Area 3 Curriculum and Instruction for the BS Biology program, Area 1 the Vision Mission of the university and the program goals and objectives, Area 8 physical plant and facilities, and Area 9 laboratory of the BS in Biology program. Together with Dr. Sandoval is Dr. Elsa Palo Manarpaak, the retired university professor of the Western Philippines University and now a graduate school part-time faculty. She has with her credential the BS in Agricultural Education from Palawan National Agricultural College, Master in Community Development from UP Diliman, and PhD in Development Communication from the UP Los Baños. She is the former president, SOC president of the Western Philippines University. She also became the SOC vice president for academic affairs, vice president for research development and extension services, and the vice president for external affairs. She has to her record 11 years as AACOP accreditor. Other qualification includes as an AACOP accreditor, as an accreditor of the Local Governance Training and Resource Institutes, the Philippine Network Local Government Academy. She will handle as the program team member of the BS Biology on Area 4, services support to students, Area 5, research, 6, extension and community involvement, and 10, administration. For the revisit of the BS in Mechanical Engineering, BS in Electrical Engineering, BS in Chemical Engineering, and BS in Civil Engineering, Area 9, laboratories. We have Engineer Alberto C. Arellano, an Associate Professor 5 of the University of Southern Mindanao. From the College of Engineering and Information Technology, with the BS in Agricultural Engineering, Master of Statistics. She has been designated Dean of the College of Engineering and Information Technology, Director for Information and Communication Technology Center, and Chairman of the University of Southern Mindanao Statistical Pool. He is 43 years in service, pero hindi halata engineer. 17 years in AACOP program accreditation. And again, he will handle Area 9 laboratories of the BS in Mechanical Engineering, BS in Civil Engineering, BS in Electrical Engineering, and BS in Chemical Engineering. Then we also have for Area 7, the library of the BS in Biology and the BS in Fisheries program. Revisit. We have Dr. Betsy M. De La Cruz, the campus librarian of Isabela State University Jones Campus. She has to her credit a Master's in Library and Information Science, BS in Library Science from the University of La Salette, Master of Arts in Education, major in Educational Management, and PhD major in Educational Management from the University of La Salle. Among her designation includes graduate school, MLIS graduate school professor, and chief campus internal quality audit team, and the campus librarian. Again, Dr. Betsy M. De La Cruz will handle Area 7 library of the BS Biology program and the Area 7 revisit of the Bachelor of Science in Fisheries. So I will be, I was assigned as the team, overall coordinator and program team leader of the Bachelor of Science in Fisheries. So I am an associate professor 4 of the Palawan State University and concurrently director of the University Quality Assurance Center. Among the core faculty of the graduate school teacher education program, and likewise the quality assurance coordinator of the graduate school. I have with me my BS in Fisheries from Cavite State University, Naik Campus, my Master of Science in Extension Systems Management from the then Palawan National Agricultural College, now the Western Philippines University in Aborlan, and the Doctor in Educational Management from PUP Santa Mesa, Manila. I have also been the Vice President for External Campuses Operations, the Campus Director of our 2 external campuses, the PS Rojas in Southern Palawan, and the PS Yunara in Northern Palawan. I was once the University National Service Training Program Literacy Training System Coordinator, the Graduate School Secretary, and the BEd Program Chairperson, the College of Teacher Education Research and Extension Coordinator. I have been, to my credit, 40 years of government service, and I am now serving as for 13 years as the AACUP accreditor, and among the members of the Board of Trustees of the AACUP and the elected secretary of the board. I am also among the lecturer of training member of the training pool of AACUP National Training, and I have co-authored the Sining Pangingisda 4 Fish Culture, circulated and published by the National Bookstore. So I will be looking into the area 4, support to students, research, extension, and laboratories for the Bachelor of Science in Fisheries 4th survey. So I hope we will be having a harmonious relationship in assessing or evaluating the documents in the different programs you have submitted for program accreditation today and for the rest of the week. Okay, let me walk through you the accreditors and our counterpart on the rationale and mechanisms for the program accreditation, especially for the level 4 that you are submitting now. So the online or virtual program accreditation is, I may say, one of the advantages despite the threats and the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic. Before, there are state universities and colleges that are clamoring for an online program accreditation when we used to have the face-to-face accreditation, because of the arduous task of preparing voluminous documents and the problems perhaps of traveling or other reasons for having the face-to-face accreditation. Now with the pandemic, AACUP is into the virtual program accreditation. So the online or virtual program accreditation, we may consider an important result or outcome of the pandemic. And we are using the online mode, the website, the Google link, the Zoom, which is being carried out with the help and assistance, and we are now appreciating or seeing the importance of the ICT and technology people in undergoing or in realizing this online program accreditation. So thank you very much for your RCT, and as early as Saturday or Sunday, we have been communicating through online and the preparation of this program accreditation. As early as now, may we request your ICT to walk us through to your website as we navigate, and look into the portals and examine the documents that you have downloaded or uploaded in the portals. So that will help us facilitate the assessment of our program, because you have your own university portal, or perhaps other colleges will have, depending on the setup that you have. But it will be beneficial, or it will be helpful for us if you can walk through, or you can let us be familiar with navigating your website. So let me refresh you with the demands, the challenges, and the nature and expectations for a level 3 program accredited. accreditation process. As always been emphasized with AACOP trainings and AACOP lectures, the program with level 4 accreditation or accredited status is at par with a program which is, or a university which is a center for excellence. And it is comparable to leading not only national, state universities and colleges, or even private academic institutions, but in the global or international arena. So it is but necessary and will be helpful to understand the instrument and ratings to be used in quantifying and qualifying the documents that you have prepared as you go with your bid for level 4 program accreditation. Same with the face-to-face program accreditation. We are using the same instrument. We are using the same ratings. But for level 4, a rating of 3 is implied or described or guide us that you have met the minimum standards for the program and for the requirements as stipulated in the instrument. For the program to get a rating of 4, you should be 50% higher with the standards, and you should be illustrating the best practices under the program across the areas that will be evaluated. And for us to give you a rating of 5, the documents, the processes, inputs, and the outcomes or results or your program should be exhibiting or exemplifying a model and should be 75% or 100% higher than the standard. So, my fellow accreditors, we will only be using 3, 4, 5 in our ratings. But since this is, aside from the BS Biology, all other programs will be revisited following the old guidelines or the old system. As you all know, before pandemic or early part of 2020 or early part of 2021, when the new guidelines was not yet approved by the AACOP Executive Board, represented by your presidents and other SOC institutional members, we are following for level 3 and 4, the phase 1 and phase 2 processes. For the phase 1, level 3 and level 4, we are evaluating the 10 areas. And for the phase 2, for phase 2, level 3, we are looking into the 2 mandatory areas and the 2 optional areas prescribed or presented to you to choose by the AACOP. But for level 4, phase 2, you will be evaluated for the 5 areas, all mandatory. And you have to have a grand mean of 4.5 and a grand mean of 5 and no area mean lower than 4.5 in the new guidelines. But today, since you will be following, I do not know exactly for the BS Biology whether, you will be following also the old guidelines because you have prepared for the 10 areas, right? So we will be using the phase 1 level 4, and you have to have achieved or be given a rating of a grand mean of 4.5 for the program, specifically for the BS in biology program, and no area mean lower than 4. Okay. So again, for the level 4 program, you have to have a grand mean of 4.5 or higher and no area mean lower than 4 or higher. No area mean lower than 4 or 4 or higher to get or to be assured that you will pass the reaccredited status and the level 4. Reaccredited, the level 4 for the area to be revisited that will constitute a grand mean of a passing rating. And for the BS Biology, to have a grand mean of 4.5 and no area mean lower than 4. Okay. As being practiced from the preliminary survey visit up to the level 4, our assessment will be based on the nature and extent of documents, organization, presentation, packaging, substance, relevance, comprehensiveness, timeliness within the duration of the validity of the program, that is that for the last 3 years, and the validity rating period, and on top of it, the creativity in presenting the documents. We further request the presence and assistance of the internal or local area counterpart. So with the quality assurance for whatever problem that we may be encountering as we go along evaluating your documents. If I may suggest, it will be beneficial for both of us if we can have a group chat or a link so that we can communicate effectively, or a Google Room for discussion if the need arises. Then we will not only be solely depending or basing our assessment for the documents that you have downloaded in your portal. If we find it necessary and insufficient, we, as AAPO prescribe, resort to triangulation. We will be assigning, depending on the program team leader or depending on the members of the team, if for further verification or a need for a triangulation, we may request for a virtual tour or a panel interview for the validation of the documents that you have presented and we have seen in your portal. Again, with the face-to-face and even for the online accreditation, we preserve the sanctity and how do you call it? Not really secrecy, but we cannot divulge the result much that we wanted, but as the AACO procedure, it has to be verified and it has to be decided by the technical committee in AACO and further be certified by the National Network of Quality Assurance, which is assisting us also along with or helping AACO for the activity. And it is also a requirement, and you will notice that the certificate of program accreditation bears the AACO official signature and that of the National Network of Quality Assurance Agency, which is now headed by Dr. Raul F. Muyong, the president of the Iloilo Science and Technology University, as the president. Then you may be wondering, or perhaps you are already aware, but for the benefit of others, especially my colleagues in the accreditation team, you may ask what will happen after the level 4 reaccreditation. Will accreditation stop, or you will be complacent and reluctant upon reaching or having the level 4 reaccredited status? For AACO, quality and excellence will never stop, as it is compared to learning as a continuous process. You have to sustain, or you have to maintain the status for you to be able to claim that the program that you are offering are of quality and excellence. So after, if you will pass the level 4 accredited status, and you will be given 3 or 4 years for the validity, along with other programs that have been accredited level 4 accredited status or with accredited status, you will submit again the program for the so-called series of cycles for evaluation to sustain. So after level 4 accredited status, again, after 3 or 4 years, depending on the validity, you will subject your program for cycle 1, cycle 2, cycle 3, cycle 4, or cycle 5. that will describe or that will convince that the program excellence is sustained. Okay. So comparing further the level for accreditation, for the PSD or the preliminary survey visit documents, we are only dealing or looking into the availability and non-availability, adequacy, and inadequacy of the documents along the 10 areas. And areas do not have weights for the preliminary survey visit. And a rating of 1 will qualify the program for the level 2, because generally we are assessing the readiness of the program along the 10 areas. For level 1 and level 2, we are looking into the process, the input, process, and output, how you integrate it with your the system in managing the program. Then for level 3, we'll be looking on the results of applying the input, process, and output, along with the best practices that you have had in integrating the processes, procedures, and all other requirements prescribed by the university. So we'll be again looking into the integration of the system, not just on mere documents. And level 4, on the outcomes, the beyond results, beyond effects of the input, process, and output, or the systems and procedures, but on the utilization, the feedback mechanism, the feedback results that you should have integrated in enhancing or maintaining and in developing the culture of excellence in your program along with your university. So how the result of the feedback, how the result of the evaluation were integrated. So you should be proving with the documents that you have integrated, that you have reaped the benefits, the good and the best results of the processes and the procedures that you have integrated, thereby enhancing or sustaining the systems, operations, and procedures, assuring quality as a culture and tradition as an excellence in the university. So with that, thank you very much for having us today, and we are looking forward for a harmonious and a light procedure and processes as we go along in evaluating your program. Thank you very much, Paul.
Thank you very much, Dr. Cecilio Manarpac, for your introduction of your AACAP survey team and for walking us through the survey process. At this point, I would like to present the local accreditation task force of the various academic programs for accreditation today. Allow us to share the screen. I think it's already being shared. So as I introduce or say your names, please open your video cams so you can be recognized. And we are already thanking our local accreditation task force for their steadfast support. Okay. From the College of Science for Bachelor of Science in Biology, we have for Area 1, VMGO, Professor Jocelyn E. Serrano, Professor Jonathan Jaime G. Guerrero, Professor Marian Isabel Sabdao. And for Area 2, Faculty, we have Dr. Lilibet A. Kahuday, Professor Jocelyn T. Imperial, Professor Ann R. Janeda. For Area 3, Curriculum, we have Professor Phil V. Morano and Professor Dean Carlo F. Galias. For Area 4, Support to Students, again, we have Professor Jocelyn T. Imperial and Professor Dean Carlo F. Galias. For Area 5, Research, we have Professor Raymond S. Regalia, Professor Charmaine A. Malonzo. And for Area 6, Extension, once again, we have Professor Jonathan Jaime G. Guerrero, Professor Joanne N. Mallorca, Professor Maria Teresa A. Mirandilla. For Area 7, Library, we have Ma'am Glenda Aurora S. Julianda. For Area 8, Physical Plant and Facilities, we have Professor Maria Karina Luz R. Discaya. And we bring you back once more for Area 9, under Laboratory, we have Professor Phil V. Morano. That would be for Area 9. And now we have for Area 10, for Administration, we have, of course, the Dean, Jocelyn E. Serrano, the Associate Dean, Rommel Evan J. Pahe, and the support to administration, we have Ma'am Pritzi S. Ray, Ma'am Charlene A. Mendizabal, Ma'am Arlene R. Pantoja, Ma'am Charmaine Grace C. Hernandez, Ma'am Agnes R. Caro, Ma'am Nicelle May A. Mendizabal, Ma'am Joanica Vera, Ma'am Michelle Maraya, and Ma'am Analisa T. Bongalata. We now proceed to the College of Engineering. For Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering, we have for Area 9, Laboratory Revisit, we have Engineer Oliver Aligan, with a co-chairperson, the laboratory head, Engineer Alvin Lusong, and its members, Engineer Ana Bilaro, Engineer Carmela Mirandilla, Engineer Richard Chua, Engineer Jefferson Cipriano, Engineer Analisa Gratil, Engineer Oliver Padua, and Mr. Arman Almelia II. Still for the College of Engineering, but this time under the Bachelor of Science Electrical Engineering program, we have for Area 9 Laboratory Revisit, Engineer Marites Olesco, with a co-chairperson, the laboratory head, Engineer Roji Mar Bolon, and the members, all the electrical engineering faculty, Engineer Oliver Padua and Mr. Arman Almelia II. For Bachelor of Science in Chemical Engineering, still Area 9 Laboratory Revisit, we have Engineer Michelle Canaria with her co-chairperson, the laboratory head, Engineer Arpon Lucero, the members, Engineer Maria Teresa Mina, Engineer Vincent Kalimlim, Engineer Jocelyn Balisnomo, Engineer Oliver Padua, Mr. Joel Ilagan, and Mr. Arman Almelia II. For Bachelor of Science in Mechanical Engineering, under the same area, 9 Laboratory Revisit, we have Engineer Joseph Del Villar and his co-chairperson, the laboratory head, Engineer Jason Anthony Consulta, and the members, Engineer Francia Abarrientos, Engineer Mary Joy Mandane, Engineer Oliver Padua, and Mr. Arman Almelia II. Proceeding to the other academic program to be accredited, we have from the Tabaco campus, the Bachelor of Science Fisheries. For the overall chairperson, we have the Dean Maria Gisela N. Mortega. And we have for Area 4, support to students, Professor Ivy S. Arizapa, Professor Marvy Claire Mortega, Professor Glenda A. Abehuela. For Area 6 Extension, we have Professor Ian Chris Arbuban, Professor John Michael Yula. For Area 7 Library, we have Professor Stephanie A. Granatin, Professor Jordan B. Timola. For Area 9 Laboratory, we have Professor Maria Corazon Arcollantes and Professor Scorsini C. De Jesus. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That was our local accreditation task force. And at this early, we reiterate our gratitude for your steadfast support to quality team works on setting up the photo session. This opening program, by the way, is being live streamed over the Bicol University FB page, courtesy of the Communication and Public Relations Office. I'd like to request the members of the IQA technical team to prompt us in this photo session. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Ready na for picture taking.
Okay, first page. First page. Okay, we are on our second page. Okay, third page. Third page. Ready? Bio Tabaco Campus. Third page. Okay, fourth and last page. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Maria Julita Obiles, member of the IQA team, for the prompt for this photo session. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, Bicol University family. The opening program of the AACUP online program accreditation is officially open. Thank you for the usual support and attendance to this virtual assembly. We conclude this program, friends, with the Bicol University hymn.
This is the school we wish to sing, of a school to honor and revere, a temple built by man of firmness, a mold for you to walk with pride, for He will always be cherish what you've taught us, that you wholeheartedly gave forth. Bicol University, burning torch of wisdom, fount of courage, hope, and love, seed of truth and light. Bicol University, burning torch of wisdom, fount of courage, hope, and love, seed of truth and light.
Once more, thank you very much for attending our virtual assembly. And to our dear accreditors, the orientation for accessing the documents and how to do it will be after this opening meeting. So we invite the accreditors to stay logged in. Thank you very much and good morning.
Thank you.
Salamat po.
Thank you, Doc Ren.